I know exactly how you feel. It's not just longing. It's not just strong love. It's that burning, intrusive feeling that forces you to check your phone every 5 minutes, reread old messages, and think about the same person from the moment you wake up until you finally drift off to sleep. You feel that without them, your life is empty, boring, and meaningless. You've convinced yourself that this is love. You truly believe that they are your destiny, your soulmate, your one and only kindred spirit. But I'm going to tell you the truth, and it might hurt. You are not in love. You are addicted. Obsession, anxiety, the fear of loss, this is not romance. These are symptoms. This is your psychological trap. In this video, we will break down how your brain confuses trauma with love and rejection with desire. I will show you exactly how this mechanism works, and most importantly, how to break free to reclaim your clarity, peace, and your real life. Part 1. What lurks beneath the obsession? To understand what's happening to you, we need to draw a clear line. Healthy love involves two free, whole individuals who complement each other, offering peace, support, and inspiration. They can be happy apart, but they choose to be together. Emotional addiction is when one person becomes a drug to the other. Your self-worth, your mood, your ability to feel complete, all of this is handed over to the other person. Without them, there is withdrawal, panic, and the feeling of disaster. The most paradoxical part, the addiction often strengthens precisely when the person pulls away, acts cold, or even disappears. Why? Because our brain interprets absence not as "this person isn't right for me," but as rejection or an unreceived reward. When someone slips away or acts cool, it doesn't decrease their value in the eyes of the addicted person. It increases it. You begin to fight for what you've lost, treating it like a prize. In reality, you are not fighting for love. You are fighting for a sense of control and for closing an old emotional wound. If you feel that you must win them over, prove yourself, or earn their attention, that is a 100% signal that you are already in a trap. At the core of this often lies an anxious attachment style or a childhood trauma of rejection. If, as a child, you had to earn love, attention, or praise, your brain learned love equals struggle and instability. As an adult, you subconsciously seek partners who confirm this script. Emotionally unavailable, cold, the kind of people who force you to try hard. This isn't because you truly love them, but because you are trying to reenact and resolve your childhood trauma, to finally get what you didn't receive back then from a significant figure. Part 2. The 3 pillars of addictive attachment. Your obsession rests on 3 powerful psychological mechanisms that distort reality. Pillar 1. Projection and idealization. You do not love him or her. You love an imaginary image. This is called projection. When you are obsessed with someone, you don't see the real person, with all their flaws, quirks, bad moods, and personal problems. You simply project onto them all your unmet hopes, your idea of the perfect partner, your need for salvation or happiness. You are in love with your own fantasy, which this person merely happens to represent in your mind. If they were to fully open their soul to you right now, show you their messy habits, their insecurities, and the boredom they sometimes face, your obsession might instantly disappear. But you keep them on a pedestal, and the further away they are, the brighter that pedestal shines. Pillar 2. The scarcity mindset. This mechanism thrives on a scarcity mindset. When your life lacks joy, lacks personal goals, lacks success, lacks fulfillment, you look for something to fill that void, and you find the substitute person. Your need for happiness, self-respect, meaning, and stability, all of it is offloaded onto one perfectly ordinary person. You expect them to be your sun, your anchor, and your reason for living. And of course, they cannot bear such a burden. This is not about love, it's about a hole inside you that you are trying to plug with someone else's presence and approval. Until you become the source of at least half of the happiness and meaning you need, you will always fall into addiction, because you are looking not for a partner, but for a rescuer. Pillar 3. The dopamine trap. Reward-punishment cycle. Now for the most insidious part, dopamine. In healthy relationships, dopamine, the pleasure hormone, is linked to stability, closeness, and certainty. In addictive relationships, it's linked to unpredictability, risk, and suffering. Any uncertainty, any argument followed by reconciliation, a surprise call after a long silence, this is a massive dopamine rush. It's like gambling or a slot machine. You don't know if the reward, warmth, attention is coming, but you keep playing in hope. Your brain literally gets hooked on the emotional roller coaster. The more pain you endure, the sweeter the momentary relief, and the stronger your biochemical attachment becomes. Love brings peace. Addiction brings a high agony and withdrawal. And you, without realizing it, seek out that withdrawal because it feels like a real emotion, while a calm, stable life seems boring and empty. Part 3. The escape mechanism. How to regain control. Breaking free from emotional addiction doesn't happen in one day, but it is absolutely possible. It requires discipline and a complete break from the old cycle. Here are 3 key steps. Step 1. Acknowledge that it's addiction, not destiny. The first and hardest step is to honestly call it addiction. Not a complicated fate, not intense feelings, but addiction. This isn't personal weakness, it's a malfunction in your emotional system. Admitting that you are obsessed with an idea that you projected, not the real person, is the beginning of your liberation. Ask yourself, what do I lose if this person simply leaves my life? Peace? Confidence? My sense of self-worth? If you lose something that should be coming from within you, that confirms the addiction. You love your feeling when you are around them, not the person himself. And that feeling can be created by you, for yourself. Step 2. Cut the dopamine hook, the zero contact rule. You must break the cycle. It will hurt, like any withdrawal, but without it, you won't escape. No accidental calls, no checking social media, no friendly messages, no chance encounters. It's like for an alcoholic, you can't have one drink. You must let your brain know there will be no more reward. You must deprive it of the opportunity for an emotional spike that would pull you back into the vortex. Redirect that impulse. When you want to text or check their profile, do 10 push-ups, write yourself a letter about your goals, or pick up a new hobby. Create a new, healthy dopamine loop that is not linked to this person. Every time you break the old habit, you get a piece of your freedom back. Step 3. The return and expansion of yourself. Your addiction flourished in the soil of the deficit of your own sense of self. You need to reclaim what you projected onto your partner. Start actively developing the qualities and needs you tried to find in them. 1. Self-worth. Engage in activities that bring you a sense of competence and success. Work, studying, a new skill. Your worth must be defined by your actions, not by someone else's opinion. 2. Personal life and social circle. Re-establish contact with friends who are not linked to this person. Find a hobby that completely consumes your attention and keeps your thoughts from returning to them. 3. Personal independence. Start making all decisions by yourself without seeking external approval. Learn to say no and establish personal boundaries. This is what you should have done before you entered the addiction. You must become the missing ideal for yourself. You don't need another person to be whole. You have simply forgotten what it feels like to be whole on your own. Remember, you don't need them. You need your own peace back. True love does not take your life away or keep you in perpetual anxiety. True love is a calm harbor, not a storm. Choose the harbor. If you saw yourself in this video, don't keep silent. Subscribe to this channel for more breakdowns of complex psychological traps. And write in the comments, which of these 3 steps feels the hardest for you right now, and why? Let's start this conversation.